Two bikes.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. And it's recorded. Didn't take long.
Two guys. One incredible highway. And some mighty impressive real estate. And riding a motorcycle is one of the best ways to take it all in. California's famed Pacific Coast Highway opened in the early 1930s. Renowned for its jaw-dropping coastline and fairy tale sunsets, it's easy to see why California One is the stuff of legends and Hollywood movies. But building it wasn't easy. One of the most difficult stretches was along the Big Sur coast. San Quentin Prison used unskilled convict labor to help with road construction. Today, the Pacific Coast Highway remains a fun, challenging, and breathtaking road. But as soon as you get into a serious groove riding, you see something else that you just can't pass up. So, you stop and do what everyone else does. Marvel. After a short break and more dramatic scenery, it's back on the bikes and off to the next big thing. In 2.5 days, we covered more than 600 miles and stopped too many times to count. By now, you might be wondering how we actually wound up here. After catching a plane from Nashville to San Francisco, we grabbed a cab and went straight to Eagle Rider BMW Honda motorcycles to rent our bikes. Then packed up and headed toward Pacifica and down the PCH, heading south along the coast. We made it to Monterey just before sunset for the night. After a late breakfast the next day, our adventure continued down California One, past Big Sur, and on to Morro Bay for the evening. Day 3, we headed north. A different map shows the several side trips we made into the hills and mountains away from the coast, before eventually stopping in Half Moon Bay for our final night. The next morning, we were off to Eagle Rider to return our bikes, hop on a plane, and head home. Although the entire trip was great, some places stood out more than others, like this lighthouse at Pigeon Point. And the hits just kept coming. At Hearst San Simeon State Park, it was all about the surfers and seals, specifically northern elephant seals, packed in like sardines along the beach. And how about this Audubon Society moment? Incredible Morro Bay with its birds, bright blue sky, and gentle breeze, and landmark giant rock, where a picture really is worth 1,000 words, whether you see it at sunrise or sunset, it's all good. A challenge for some hikers, Ragged Point, with its distinctive cliffs, vistas, and trail of fear, is a real high point if you catch my drift. Just watch your step. As you can see, certain parts of the coastline explode in color, while others feature amazing water and land characteristics. And the view from Nepenthe Restaurant at the Phoenix shop below, where you can find one-of-a-kind gifts, is almost magical. My personal observations from a motorcyclist's perspective, and I believe my buddy Jason would agree, is that the scenery, opportunity for sightseeing, and photos are so great, riding at times almost feels secondary. Let me explain. Every rider knows that running through corners, serpentines, and switchbacks is the equivalent of biker nirvana. Here, however, no matter how great the road gets, you feel compelled to stop, as if a greater force is guiding your handlebars, clutch, and brakes, summoning you to give pause to something that is nearly impossible to accurately describe in words or capture through a camera lens. Along California's coastline, natural wonders abound, and missing any of this is simply not an option. Despite our many stops, we piled up the miles, smiles, and memories, searching for something new around every bend and break, chasing relentless sun and shadows, in a place few people, regardless of how they get here, will ever forget.